All right, checkers, we're going to draw another character from the Amazing World of Gumball, aren't we?
Yeah.
Who are we drawing this time?
Richard.
Who's Richard?
The dad.
All right, dude, you got your marker?
Yeah.
All right, we hope you guys are going to follow along with us. Richard's the dad, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
Yes, he's one of my favorite characters. My favorite episode is the one where he's really lazy.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much all of them. Okay, you ready to start, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first step, we're gonna draw his eyes, like we always do, huh?
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that we draw him kind of small because he's kind of got a big body. All right, so we're gonna draw his eyes right in the middle, and they're gonna be little ovals, and we want to make sure that they're not too big. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna draw a little oval here, and we're gonna draw it right next to it. We're gonna draw another oval. And look at my ovals are tipped. They're kind of diagonal because he's kind of, his whole body is going to be tipped. There we go. Nice. Nice first step. Second eye. Good.
That was mostly
You
like
did it.
here, like a boxy.
Yeah, it's a little corner at the bottom. That's okay. All right, now we're going to draw his pupils in the middle. So we're going to draw another oval and then fill it in. And we'll do the same on this side. You got him?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Now let's do two little eyelashes on this eye and two little eyelashes on this eye. Okay, now let's draw his eyebrows. We'll draw a curved line and a curved line over here. And these are too thin, so we're going to thicken his eyebrows up with another line right above it. And you can fill it in.
Double
and then
eyelashes.
Double eyebrows.
Wait, no.
Eyebrows.
Quadruple.
Quadruple. 4 of them.
Quadruple eyebrows.
Eyebrows. So we're going to thicken them up and then make sure they're round on the edges. Okay, on the ends of his eyebrows. Look like hot dogs. Good job, dude. All right, okay, now let's draw his nose in there. And this is a really small oval, and it's a horizontal oval. And it's closer to the right eye. Good. Okay, now we're going to draw his big mouth, and it's huge. So we're going to draw the big smile first. Okay, so it's going to come down. And then back up. Man, my marker is really squeaky, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, and then we're going to come back around. We're going to do, his mouth's open. It's really big. We're coming back around. We're going to keep going all the way around. And I kind of got to turn my paper so I can see where I'm going. Like this, and then we'll come back into his mouth like
Well,
that.
that looks like he's eating a ginormous hot dog.
It does. Or a watermelon.
Yeah. Three watermelons.
It's a big kind of jelly bean shape, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And I got a little crooked in here, but that's okay. We're practicing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good job, dude. Now let's get his big bunny teeth in there. So we're gonna do a little U shape right here in the middle of his mouth. Tooth, one big tooth. And then they'll do a big U shape. There you go. Good. And then we're gonna split. There's a little line that connects his nose to his mouth. Good job. Okay, now let's draw his tongue. We'll draw a big oval over here on the side of his mouth. He's looking awesome, huh? You can already tell it looks like Richard. Okay, now we're going to draw the top of his head. We're going to start over here on top of his mouth, so we could put a little point right there, whereas the corner of his mouth comes up. We're going to draw a big half circle that comes all the way over here. All right, we're going to go just over his eyebrows. Just over like this. And then back down. There you go. Keep going. A little wobbly, that's okay. Okay, now let's draw his ears. And those are just going to be big U shapes that come up, back down, into his head. Good, and then we're going to draw a second ear right next to that one, and we're using overlapping, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When
one shape
is in front of another shape.
Yes, and it's supposed to make it look
3D.
Yes, and it looks like his ears are 3D, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, okay, let's keep going. So now we're gonna draw the side of his body over here, and we're also gonna draw the side of his body over here. So this line is gonna follow his mouth, okay? We'll come around, and then we're gonna come down. Good. Then on this side, we want this edge to be the same parallel with the other side of his body. Okay, so here we go. We're going to come down like that. Good. Good job, dude. You did it. Okay, now let's draw his chin. So we're going to draw a line that's parallel to the bottom of his mouth. And the edges kind of go, so they kind of stop before they get all the way to the end though. Good. Okay, now let's draw the top of his shirt. So we'll draw a line that comes and connects into his chin. And then we're going to imagine that going through all the way to the other side and comes out the other end like that. Perfect. Good job. Okay, now let's draw his whiskers. He's got 3 whiskers over here and 3 on this side. So we'll draw 1 and then space it out, 2, and then 3. And then on these whiskers, we're going to come inside his body. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Okay, now let's draw his tie and his shirt. We're going to draw a little V shape that comes down. You know what? Before we do that, let's do a little U right in the middle so we know where to draw the V. So this little U is right below his teeth. There we go. And then we'll draw the V next to it so that it fits right in there. And we'll draw another V on this side. And this is the color for his shirt. His dress shirt. Good job. Okay, now let's draw his tie. And so we're going to do a little raindrop shape. Like that. We don't want it to be too long. And then we can put a little shadow underneath the knot on his tie. All right, dude. Okay, now let's draw his arms in here. And they're just big U shapes. So we're going to start over here and draw a big U. And then it comes back up. And see how the top, it kind of comes together at the top? Mm-hmm. Good job.
Maybe if I did it more bigger.
That's okay. It's a little thin. That's all right. And so on this side, let's draw his other arm over here, okay? So we're going to do another shape. Comes up. And then finishes at the same. I had to redraw mine a couple times too. I got a little wobbly. There we go. Okay, we got it. Okay, now let's finish his body on this side. We're going to draw a little bump coming out over his butt. All right, so we're going to keep going. We'll go all the way across. And we kind of... All right, so I'm going to keep going. So I drew mine a little bit different than yours. I'm going to draw this all the way across. And so his arms, I drew my arms a little too short, but that's okay. You drew yours perfect. So he's going to draw, his pants are going to come all the way through there and overlap his arms. And then I'm going to draw his pants below his arms over here. So then we're going to draw the bottom of his pants, okay? So I'm going to turn my paper like this so I can draw it, but I'm going to draw a line that comes all the way across, goes behind his arms and then out here. So we're gonna finish that line. We'll go all the way through his body and intersect his, and go behind his arms. Good. Good job. Okay, now let's finish his pants. He's got a little belt buckle right here. There we go. And then he's got the zipper line. Okay, and then let's draw his sleeves. So we've got 2 diagonal lines on his arms. One there, and then another one higher. And then we'll draw diagonal lines over here for the sleeves on this arm. Good job. And then let's draw his 2 finger lines there, and 2 over here. Good job. Now let's draw his legs. And I don't know why, but he never wears shoes, I don't think. So we'll draw one line coming out there, and then another line on this side. Okay. Good. And then we're going to draw a line right in the middle, and then this line is going to go further, come further down than the other 2 lines. Good job.
Wait.
There you go. Okay, and then we're going to draw a V that connects those 2, or all 3 of those lines. Okay, and then we're going to draw, there's another line here for the cuff in his pants. So another V. Good job. And you're kind of running out of room, but that's okay. We can just imagine it going off the page. We're going to draw a U that connects his foot. Sorry, not connects his foot, makes his foot. But connects this side of those pants to the middle of his pants, and we'll do the same on this side. So if we had more room, we would go all the way and connect that, so make a U shape. Good. We're going to draw 2 more lines on his toes, just like his fingers, okay? So 1, 2. Good. And then on this side, and just kind of imagine them there because we ran out of paper. Awesome. He looks really cool. Okay, we need to color him, don't we?
Yeah.
All right, let's pick out our colors.
Okay.
Okay, checkers, we're going to use oil pastels again, and we have a white, we have a dark pink and a light pink, and then we also have a brown and kind of a tan color, and then also gray for his belt buckle. All right, dude, you ready to color him?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to fast forward everything. We're not doing anything too special with the shading, so our friends can pause the video at the end and match what we color, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Right now.
Good job, Chuckers. You did super awesome. The last step that we did was we added white to his tongue and then also to his shirt because that light brown was a little too dark. And then we added some white on the cuff over top of the brown so it looks like 2 different browns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah.
Now there are a couple things I would do a little bit different, but I'd do them the way that you did them. I draw this line a little shorter next time, and then draw his butt right here a little higher, just like you did, so that the bottom of his pants could be above his hands. See how my hands are up? His hands should be a little bit lower. He shouldn't be that tall. But we can practice, right?
Yeah.
We can draw him again. The important thing is
To have fun.
yes, it's okay if you make a little mistakes. Just remember you can always draw them again, and the important thing is to have fun. Should we say goodbye to our friends?
Yeah.
All right, see you later, our friends.
Bye.
Goodbye. That's what Richard does.